Now we're recording. Okay, so hello everyone. Welcome to episode 12 of Talk It Out with Tahsha Renee. These are my 20-minute breakthrough sessions. If you are interested in getting one of these after seeing this and watching some of my other ones that are on my YouTube channel, an hour with me is normally $250. Well, it's 200. It's going to 250 in January. These are only $50 for a 20-minute breakthrough. I own Sisterhood of Sacred Fire, which is a women's sacred rage therapy company. I'm one of two leading experts in the world for women's sacred rage. The other one is Jacqueline Faith, who's the other half of our company and our business, and she's amazing and I love her. And then I also own Portland ASMR, which is an in-person back scratching and hair play company. So if you're interested in something like that, let me know as well. There's also options to work with us one-on-one. Me one-on-one, and we also have a women's sacred rage program coming up on January 9th if you're watching this in December. So today I have the beautiful Psykhe. I love her so much. She's so amazing. And I can't wait to dive in and figure out what it is that she wants to talk about today and be coached around. So without any further ado, I'm going to set my little timer here. We don't have to keep right to it, but I just kind of like to have a outline, so to speak. What do you want to talk about today, my love?
So I am a Reiki healer, tarot reader, and psychic medium. And I am looking to attract more of the right people to help and assist with healing. I feel like right now in the space that I'm at, I have wonderful clientele, don't get me wrong, but I feel like a lot of them struggle with wanting to commit to healing. I think they all love what I do. They think it's interesting, cool. They either like me as a person, my personality, or what I wear, my style, but they have a hard time actually committing to the healing on their end. And so I want to definitely 2023, definitely put the energy out there and again, magnetize the right clientele for me. Also people who are willing to pay my rates and that see my value in the work that I do.
Yes. Okay, perfect. Awesome. This is a great question for everybody. I've even had these questions myself and I still do on some days, to be honest. So my question to you is when this is what I see when I look at your stuff, and I haven't seen your page in a while, so don't shoot me, but what I see is I see you offering amazing products, by the way. Psykhe she's fucking phenomenal. So please, I highly recommend her. What I see though is like little things. So here's the thing, before I even go there, I hope it doesn't sound gaslighting, but it's whatever is fragmented in us is why we're attracted to our fragmented clients. Like it really is. So when I say that about you, what I mean is I know you do the hard work. I know you do the shadow work. I know you do all the things. Okay. That's not what I'm referring to. With you, what I'm referring to is it seems like I see little things that you offer, like psychic readings. I know you do incredible spells. I know you do beadwork. You do like belly chains, these really awesome, like healing belly chains, like jewelry-based healing jewelry. I say the candles already. I've seen the candles. I've seen, so what I want to know from you is when you're talking about them going into the deeper healing, is there a program you're offering that you're trying to get them to do? Or like, what do you mean when you say they're not doing,
So
they don't want to go further?
What I've noticed, and it's actually been the last month and a half that I've noticed this, is that I keep coming in contact with kind of like the similar energy, where they contact me, they tell me, hey, I'm going through this and this, I need help with this. And then I let them know either, like a product, whether it's the healing jewelry or the candles or the bath bombs or whatever it is, or if it's an actual session where I'm doing a reading or doing any kind of like Reiki healing or SRT or anything like that. A lot of them think it's cool and interesting and they book the session or they buy the product. And then within a week or 2 weeks, they have the same, I guess, problem, or they hit the same block.
Okay.
Or they spend a lot of time, again, just thinking that because they're buying the product, that's it. Like they don't have to do work.
It's going to be a one-stop shop.
Right. And then after that, and then they come back next month or next week and they're like, well, I'm still dealing with this kind of thing.
Okay.
So I'm like,
yeah. So what I'm picking up is you need to be offering, like, you know how I have a one-on-one, I have a 20-minute, I have a one-on-ones an hour. I now have a week of messenger support. And I also have, and you could do week by week if you want. And I also have a full month. And then we have our actual programs. I feel like you need to be offering at least a week of working with you. What I'm getting is these people, because there's no extended amount of time of working with you to actually see results, they're thinking your stuff is just going to cure them, basically, because you are so powerful and because your marketing's really good and it does do the things that you say it's going to do. It does. What people don't understand is that there's layers to our healing. So just because it takes away one layer of your problem that you come in to get your spells with, or your jewelry or the healing or the reading or whatever it is, doesn't mean you're not still going to have other layers to try to work through. So if you aren't allowing yourself to have them, not you, have an extended period of time to actually dive into these deeper layers, it's not going to fucking do whatever. So for you, what would be really cool is to have this item for sale, right? To do this thing, do the reading, and have in the marketing. And if you're looking to go a little deeper, because our healing is linear, please ask about my 1 week working together with messenger support or Zoom support or whatever it is you want to offer. So I feel like the reason why you're getting the surface is because you're not offering anything that's deeper.
Right.
So once you offer that to say and start telling people, hey, by the way, this isn't a Walmart. Okay. This isn't a fucking, like, I'm not a snake oil peddler who's telling you that all your shit's going to be solved with one of my things. So I think if you are to even start making more posts about that, even start talking about, hey, I offer these really great products. They are going to solve your top layer of what it is you're going through. If you're looking for something that's a lot more deeper, please ask me about whatever. And that could also be them actually working with the jewelry they bought for you. I'm getting the message, or with the fucking candle. So you buy it and then the stuff that comes up from this, like, oh, I'm not feeling like it's going any deeper. Well, let's dive into that. We've got a week together. Let's figure out why that is. Let's go in deeper. Maybe they need something else, you know? So I just feel like there needs to be more time spent with you. I feel like
Yes, I feel that too. And it's kind of, I've been going back and forth with that too, because I feel like it's also might be a little bit of like resistance on my end, because I've always had a hard time with the word coach.
Yeah.
And it's always been super
So intuitive leader, you could be, you could do breakthrough leader, you could do shadow work leader, you could do some other word that isn't coach, because I know Jacqueline talks about this too. She's like, I don't fucking align with the word coach. I fucking hate it.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
My skin crawl almost.
Yeah. So think of other words that mean coach, or leaders is the first thing that comes to me. But anything else that means, you know, somebody who's going to be teacher, guide, shadow work, guide. I mean, the word guide is actually really, really powerful. So yeah, I think that you could just find a different word to say. You could even just say, come and get some one-on-one time with me, come and get some one-on-one healing with me, come and get some one-on-one therapy with me, come and get some one-on-one, you know, well, healing's a really good one, actually, because that's really what you do. But the fact that you, like, I see you being able to, like, for instance, with my monthly things, when somebody has signed to me monthly, we meet 3 days a week for 4 weeks straight. And it's talk therapy, which you already fucking do with my psychic abilities, which you already fucking do. The next day is hypnotherapy. So for me, it's a hypnotherapy session, which is basically glorified fucking guided meditation, which you already fucking do. And then the third day is Reiki, is Reiki, right? And then I have them also do a 6 day a week fucking meditation. And I also am available to them by messenger support. So my stuff's really, really high level. Now you could do that at any level you wanted to, 1 day a week, you know, whatever it is. But I feel like you could have a range of things like I'm doing, like Jacqueline's trying to do, that gives people different options to go deeper. Because as you just said, you're having resistance. So they're having resistance. And that's really what's happening, is like, I know it sucks and it does feel gaslighting, like, fuck, man, I have to like put everything in. And then sometimes even that doesn't fucking work, because we have to remember too, that it's sometimes, for the most part, takes anywhere from 40 days to 3 fucking months for energy to have as a momentum factor of like, oh, I'm going to make a change. I'm going to do these things. And then you have to stick to it no matter what the world's showing you. You already know this. You're psychic. You know this.
Right. And that's even kind of how I even started with my whole candles and oils and jewelry. Like at the beginning, there was no client, right? But it was
Yeah.
pieces that I was intuitively picking up from source that I
Yeah.
needed. Like the candles, the tools, everything that I make, it's all channeled. And then eventually, as the weeks and the months and the year went by, more of the people that needed this tool started gravitating towards me.
Yeah.
And so and even like a few months ago, I think it was I think it was 2 months ago, I kind of already got the intuitive hit to do more intense or intensive healing work, like how what you said,
Deeper
where,
work. Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
you're spending more time with me. So then, yeah, this is definitely a confirmation that's definitely what I need to be doing, because that's what I want to do for 2023. I don't want it to just be a surface level, right? I don't
Yes.
just want to be making goals or just be making, things like that. When I
And
know
we
that
need that. Yeah, people are going to need more deeper work because there's more fucking shit that's happening in the world, right? So people are going to need that. They're going to need deeper, more support, So, that's another word, support. Some word with support, teacher, support, guide, leader. There's all these words coming in that could be used besides coach now. So yeah, I'm just thinking that maybe you do offer, again, something like what I'm doing right now, which is like you buy an item and then you get like 10 minutes with you to decide and see if deeper work is what is needed. Or offering, hey, you get this, and along with this, you'll also get a week of deeper work with me, to actually take whatever it is your issue is, and we use this item you bought to actually help heal what's actually underneath there. So there's all these ways. And do you have like a website?
No, that's what I need to be working on. That's another thing that I'm trying to decide on what I want to do, because not only am I, doing the healing and the making the products and stuff like that, but I'm also a photographer and a makeup artist. And
Yes, you are. Forgot. Yes.
Figure out if I just make a website for Buried Arts, and Buried Arts is everything that I do, or if I'm going to make a website just for my healing and then make another website for my art, for my, like my other part of my work.
So Sisterhood of Sacred Fire has literally fucking all of it has my ASMR stuff on there. It's just different pages. They can just drop it down. So Sisterhood of Sacred Fire is like our umbrella. And then there's all this shit underneath there. I need to get Jacqueline to put some stuff on there of her own stuff too, so we can just have like page under page. And it's Wix. Wix is free. For me, it was pretty easy to fucking figure out. I don't know if you've seen my website, but it's pretty fucking nice. And I did it all myself, except for I did have a little help, a couple of things. I had some help with like transition stuff, but like the way it looks, I did all of that. So, I know you're super artsy and you can figure it out. And literally all the pictures you see were done on an app, a PixArt. I did a fucking whatever. And then I sent them to my email, pulled them up on my computer, and did all of it. So, and there's a mobile and a computer version. So you can just click on little icons and it brings them, it's super easy and it's free. Free to the extent that you're going to have to still pay for your domain name, and you're going to have to pay. So I have GoDaddy for my actual sisterofsacredfire.com. And then my domain, to hold that, I do have to pay Wix. It's like $15 a month. I think I have to pay them.
Right.
And then with GoDaddy, you get a really, really good deal on your domain name. It was like $2 for like a year. And then after that, it's like $10 or something. It's like not even that big of a deal. So your name is probably pretty not very common. So it'll probably be in there and ready to go. Right. But I'm just getting the message. You need a website. It needs to feel more like, I hate this thing. It needs to feel more solid. And it needs to feel more almost like, not, I wouldn't say the word safe, because you're a safe person and your energy gives off really stable energy. But for a person looking on the outside that doesn't know you, it does feel like, I know people say, you don't need a website, you don't need whatever. And I think you've done just fine without a website. But I think there comes a point in your business where people who are going to pay more money want to fucking see that. They want, everybody asks, where's your website? How can I see, where can I see your stuff? Blah, blah, blah. And if I didn't have that, I wouldn't have had half of the clients that we've had.
Right. And that's kind of how all of this is really just a confirmation too, because it was like 4 or 5 days ago, my account got restricted. So now Facebook is like restricting a lot of content, not just for me,
Yeah.
for a lot of different people. So that's another thing that I was thinking about. I was like, man, I feel like at this point, I really do need a website, because what if I post the wrong thing, even though I didn't even post anything offensive,
Yeah.
even though I watch a lot of what I say and how I type it,
Mhm.
I still got restricted, and I can't go live, and I can't do video calls, and I can't
What was it that you
advertise.
posted?
It was a meme. It wasn't even like something that I had made. It was something that I thought was funny. And initially I'm like, but wouldn't the person be blocked for making
How
a
did
meme?
I find it in the first place? Yeah.
Right. And it had like 350 shares and something like that. So I'm like, they really just wanted to get me just for nothing.
Yeah. I think that too, if you've been banned before, it's almost like you have this thick layer over your account, and the more you get banned, the thinner that layer gets.
Absolutely.
So that's usually what happens. So, one of the ways that I, again, probably wouldn't have half of the clientele that we did have or have experienced, is because I got shut out of my other Facebook, and I was terrified about that. I was like, oh my God, I had like almost 5,000 people on there. And I was like, holy fuck. And it forced me to open up this other fake page I had and use my real name and actually make another thing. And then all of a sudden we started getting all this like business. So your rejection is your protection always. I know you know this, it's just confirmation.
And that's
Yeah.
kind of what, like at the beginning of 2022, is I was going through, my divorce, and I was going through all that stuff, court and things like that. And so that had a lot of also impact on my page, because it was being watched by my ex. And so I had to go ahead and delete the page that I had started with my business. And that had the 5,000 friends, that had clientele that was when I first made it, reach several people, or it was expanding my business. And then all of that happened, and I had to, in a matter of weeks, go from having that page where I was getting clients frequently to basically deleting it within a week, trying to re-add as many people as I could remember, and then starting over, which is kind of right now. It's like, yes, this whole year I did spend a lot of time networking and doing vendor events and meeting new people and putting myself out there. But I feel like I've had to literally restart this my whole business.
Yeah.
It's like almost like I'm having to rebrand too.
Yep.
Because things where I'm shifting energetically, and I'm like, what I used to offer, I'm not offering now, because that's not where I'm at energetically either.
Yeah.
So.
I really feel like it's time for you to step more into your power and step more into expanding your purpose and expanding the messages that, you obviously have already said that you've been getting some messages about some things anyways, and to really step into the trust and faith, that it's a co-creation process. Do the messy action. Maybe I really feel I'm getting the message. It's really important for you to make a post when you do this. It says, I am no longer just going to be doing blah, 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 blah. I am now going deeper. I am now offering these services. I am mainly offering these services. If people still want these things, it's great, but I'm really trying to focus on helping people to go deeper into their healing. I specialize in this. I can help people with this, and go down the list of things that you actually do. Post that, like once a week, maybe even a couple times a week, so that people start seeing it. I would reach out. Do you have an email list?
Yeah, I don't. I have a CRM though.
Okay.
I just started my CRM because of that, because I was like, okay, 2022, I lost half of my contacts. What I'm saying? Like, a lot of the people that I was like, oh my gosh, I can't remember their name. So now I'm getting their name, phone number, and email.
Good for you.
And putting it in my.
And by the way, just to say, I know it looks like I have those things by saying that. I don't fucking have them either. So just saying. So I just want to say, if you have a way to, because I don't sell products, but now that I'm doing the ASMR business, you better bet your ass they have a profile with like what they specifically like when they come in, and like it's going to be a thing, right? So your clientele that you've had, that you've sold things to, every single one of them, I'd be writing them some copy and paste bullshit that maybe has their name put in. So you just type in the name and be writing them and say, hey, guess what? This is what I'm doing for 2023. Maybe do a special of just like, I don't know, 10% off or something for your clients that already had it. I know you didn't feel like this went deep enough or really helped you with this, and now I have a way to help you do that, blah, 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 You'll also get an extra 10% off any other products you buy from me, like something that just gets them to be like, oh God, I get to work deeper with you. I get to actually, they're already drawn to you. They're already drawn to your products. And even the ones that were like, well, that didn't work.
Right.
If you're explaining to them, I know this didn't necessarily work for you. And it's because it's deeper. There's something deeper happening for you. And I feel like we'd be able to do that together. If you feel you want to go on that journey, I'm more than happy to jump on a free call with you and explain more, or if you're ready, blah, blah, blah.
Right. So another thing that has come forward too, has been feeling like I'm, and I know this is also a masculine thing because it's been coming up for me and also my twin and stuff like that. But like the way that I run business, like I run my business in a very feminine aspect. So clear communication, boundaries, empathy, compassion is my thing. And then he's more of like, he's an Aries. So he's more like head on. He is
I'm an Aries too, right? So yeah.
If he tells me, unless they tell you they're not interested, keep on contacting them. And for me, that feels a little bit more like I'm chasing it. I'm having to corner them for them to be like, yes, I'm interested in your healing. So that's another thing is like, I want to feel like I'm not chasing. I want to feel.
Yeah. I feel like if that doesn't see to him, it feels right. It feels like that's easy for him to do. Yeah.
That way.
So I think it's important for you to recognize that doesn't feel right to you. And I don't think you should be hounding people. I think if this is what I do anyways. What I do is I offer them something. If they say, oh, let me think about it, I tell them, okay, I'll probably follow up with you one more time.
Right.
But that's about it. I don't chase people. If you're interested, come find me. I'm here. But I don't feel like I need to chase people, whatever. Right. So I don't feel like that necessarily needs to be the masculine side of you. I think it's more about literally just the masculine side being more about getting structure together and getting like an actual plan together and like following your instincts to do more in the sense of like messaging them. That's a masculine thing, right? Here's my business. It's like the masculine to me is the boring shit. Okay. It's the like, here's my business. This is what I do. Here's my prices. Let's get on a call. Blah, fucking so boring. But when you get into the actual like meat of it, that's where we like flourish because that's really where we, our gifts are at really. But we do as healers and psychics have to get into that structure of some sort. It doesn't have to necessarily be all, have to be that. I mean, I love Craig, but
healers, it doesn't work the same as any other business either.
It doesn't. We're not doing masculine shit. We're doing healing work. So you can't push somebody. So it's like, this is one of the biggest lessons Jacqueline and I had to really understand and step into because the work we do besides sexual work is the deepest work anybody's ever going to do. Rage work, anger work. And so for us, we hear a lot. I hear a lot of women saying, my body is freaking out over this. And I'm scared. I know I should, but I can't. And we have to be like, okay, when you're ready, we're fucking here. And I do push, I do push in some areas where I feel like somebody's just kind of on the fence and I have to be like, what are you actually afraid of? You have the money. So what are you actually afraid of? What's stopping you? And it's more about intuitive being able to tap into that feminine side again, which is also masculine. That's a masculine thing to do to kind of push somebody. Right. So I don't think that you should ever be the person who's hounding people. I think that they're still a customer if they've bought something from you. So the next special you come up with, you're still writing them. You're still that is something to continue. Unless they literally are like, I'm not interested in you ever again. Stop fucking contacting me. You know what I mean? So that should be the only time that you like write them off your list and just, whatever. But I think it does take 7 times of contacting somebody about something or seeing your face 7 times, before they actually, an average of 7 times anyway, before they actually feel comfortable signing up with you, I had somebody who's been following me for a while and out of the blue, it's weird. They don't even see this stuff and sign up or my other shit. What they see is like, actually the written stuff I do. Actually, I think it was one of these actually, because she's like, I want a breakthrough session with you. Let me just pay you for a breakthrough session. I was like, oh, okay, cool. But she wrote me because of the people pleasing post I put up recently about how I was pissed about all the people pleasers and people that were saying that people pleasing is manipulative. That's what it was. And she's like, I got called this, blah, 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 whatever. She told me her story. And I'd like to book a session with you. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So sometimes it's not even on the shit you're doing. It's the other things.
Yes, that's kind of how I feel like sometimes how I find my clients. It has nothing to do with healing. It'll be a post about my life, or it'll be a post about something cooking or whatever that I'm doing, or working out, and that it goes into eventually healing. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, and I think part of that is because they can feel our energy more when we are posting those things. Like my passion came through hugely on that post. I was pissed. I was like, get the fuck off my page. I just fucking tried to make out with that, tried to eat that. Get the fuck off my page if you fucking think people pleasing is manipulative. And I was like, cap letters, like screaming at people, and that's what got me a fucking client. Oh, okay. But it makes sense because they can feel you more, right? So yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. This was good. This was fantastic. Anything else I can help you with today?
I think that's it. That really just confirmed whatever I needed to confirm. And now I'm like, okay, now I can better prepare for the last week of December, and then launch my website and everything else January.
Tag me in that post so I can see the website, and I'll share it. I'll definitely share it.
Yes. Awesome.
Right. Tell people how they can get a hold of you, please.
Okay, so you can follow me on Facebook, Buried Arts. You can follow me on Instagram as well, Buried Arts. It's Buried Arts anywhere that you look on social media, even TikTok and Snapchat. I am, again, a Reiki healer, tarot reader, psychic medium. I also perform spirit release therapy, past life regression, and I also do inner child healing and trauma release.
Yes.
And I make candles, I make bath bombs, I make waist beads, I make anklets, I make any kind of healing jewelry you can think of, and tools for those who are on their healing journey. So
yes, so beautiful. And by the way, it's Buried, so BURIED, Arts, ARTS. So yeah, because when you said it, it sounded like bury, like BERRY. I want to make sure that it's buried, like you're being buried in the earth to be replanted out into the world as art. Yes, I love it. All right, I appreciate you coming on and being vulnerable and allowing people to get to know you a little better and hear a little bit more of your stuff you're struggling with, so they can get some help as well.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, you guys. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you on the next one.